Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel, Lifeforce Unlimited, and as welcome from, this is Sirius, Master Sirius. Can't really see his eyes very well, can you? His sister Lyra's still asleep, so we've met her before, but this young man wanted to join in with me today because there's some messages that he'd like to bring through. So I've had these little black twins for about 2 weeks now. Haven't been able to do any videos for the last week or so. I had a stinking cold, but it's more of a purging, things leaving me. So I'm almost back to, can't say normal, because no, I've never been thought of as normal. But I've been tuning into these lovely little fluffy beings, and there's some interesting messages that they want to bring through. He's wiggling, so I might have to, oops, there we are. So you may remember from the last, here we go, videos, my dear sweet pussycat of 21 years passed away in July, and I thought, no more, I'm not going to have any more. And then my neighbour said, oh, my friend's cat is pregnant. Oh boy, here we go. So 1 month and 1 day after my lovely tortoiseshell passed away, Master Sirius and Mistress Lyra showed up on the planet, and there's some very interesting correlations, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to call them, but I had a lovely meditation where I went up out of my body, up into the galactic energies. So being embraced by my galactic chakras, and I heard the names Lyra and Sirius, and I was taken to these energies way up above. And then when I looked them up, Lyra is the constellation where the cat energy comes from, and lion energy, and Sirius is known as the dog star, but also where cats come from. Now, these two fluffy people were born in August, so they're Leos, little Leos. And the numerology, 10th of the 8th, 2020, adds up to 13. So 13 is the number of the Divine Feminine. And that's the energy that is revisiting planet Earth at present. So the breaking down of the patriarchal energies and allowing the Divine Feminine to come in. So my energies, I was born with the sun in Cancer, and the constellation where Sirius is the constellation of Cancer. I also have my moon and my ascendant in Leo, so I'm very connected with cat energies. Always had cats, and they have started to show up in my artwork, feline faces coming through. So as I've been on this journey for a very long time now, I'm in my crone energy. So we go from maiden to mother to crone, male and female. And for all of my studies along this journey, I've said, show me, come on, give me some proof. I want to know that I'm on the right track. And even at my advanced stage, I'm still saying, well, I've doubt this and I possibly doubt that. Can you please show me? And I know a lot of people, when they're delving into the spiritual side of things, want to make contact with their guides, with their spirit guides. and now with galactic guides. And I said the same thing, show me. I'd like to have contact with my spirit guides, with my galactic family. Guess what? This is one of them. And I'll tell you a secret. I'm an alien, and I'll tell you another secret. So is he. And so are we. We're all aliens. We all have space dust within us. We all come from way out there. And so my request was answered. I have made contact with my guides, with my galactic guides family, in the shape of this is just one of them, this little fluffy being here. And they've said to me, many of you who are exploring the deeper, more spiritual sides of your lives have your spirit guides with you. They're not always invisible or in the ethers, they are physically with you as your pets, also as your children. Here we are, he wants to be centre stage, he's a Leo. And I've spoken to a lot of people whose children are extraordinarily in tune. Come back, baby. Who were so tuned into the energies around them. I was speaking to a lady just yesterday, and her 5-year-old often talks about his galactic friends. And so for them to show up in my life as physical beings is just, well, for want of a better word, it's heavenly. And they said to me, these two, because it's a brand new phase of my life and what I'm heading into. So as I said, their numerology, their date of birth adds up to 13, and I happen to be in a 13 year through my numerology. And so the way they turned up in my life was like it was all divinely planned. And they said they couldn't, or were unable to come in a larger form, i.e. a human, because the vibration that they brought in is so high. When they're in a smaller little body, it's easier for them to do the transmitting and receiving of energies. And an awful lot of people talk about cats and say, well, they're useless, all they do is sleep. But the purpose of them sleeping a lot is to transmit and receive energies from way out there. And also they've come as guardians, as guides, as friends and support. So this isn't just a small little, fluffy kitten. This is a very high vibrational being, as is his sister. And so the periods that we spend with animals in our lives, at present, which is a very interesting time on planet Earth, can bring a very intensive energy. He's zooming in, I think. He's pressed the zoom button. And you may find that animals you have in your life or have had in your life were wide awake. You were so in tune with them, they were so in tune with you. It was like you were one soul. And that's what I've found with these kittens. But you may also find that there are some animals that are still fast asleep. And it's exactly the same with humans. You may have people around you, your loved ones, your friends, who are absolutely fast asleep. They have no idea about energies and healing and tuning into what they might call woo-woo stuff. And then there are some humans who are absolutely wide awake, and you feel that extraordinary energy from them. And you don't actually have to say anything, you just be around them and know, this feels right, this is absolutely right. So before I turned on the video, these two both had a nice breakfast. Then they ran around a little bit, like mad things. Then they had a little snooze. And I know that after that, that's when I can work with them. Because they're not so manic. Climbing up the curtains. I'll show you some pictures of that as well. And it's just this lovely relationship that's gently blossoming and growing and coming to fruition. And also a recognition. So I knew that when they came into my life, one male, one female, one of them's a reincarnation of the previous sweet little baby angel who left the planet in July. And so I grieved for a short while, but I knew she was coming back. She told me, she said, "Mum, I'll be back." Well, a month turnaround, that's not bad, is it? And so to have this lovely balance of male and female energies in these small little beings is a very gentle way of me being able to anchor and ground all the downloads that I'm receiving and the upgrades of energies. And that's one of the reasons why I had a head cold. There was so much that came in. I was floored. Couldn't think straight. I've never sneezed so much in all my life. It's just getting it all out, all of the old negative stuff, all the old crap I've been holding on to. And you may also find as you're going along this journey that you pick up stuff energetically from other people. And you can claim it as yours, and it isn't. And it's like we are, they're putting me in mind of Dino Rod, the company that comes and cleans out your drains. So all of this crappy old stuff that has accumulated over the years, and if you've go and move house and live in a house where somebody else has lived for a very long time, you might pick up on their old crap that they've left behind on an emotional level, and you wonder why you feel so unhappy or sad or lacking in energy. It's because this stuff is still swirling around, mixing up with your own energies. So it is important from time to time to have a good clear out, because energy gets stuck in corners, in the walls, in the fabric of where you live. Also, if you have second-hand furniture, like a bed, a mattress, a sofa that other people have slept and sat upon, it can still hold old negative energies from the previous owners. So white sage is brilliant, wonderful stuff. It's available in most health food places, and you can light just one little leaf of it. It's dried. It's a lovely potent smell, and set an intention as you wish to clear things away. That things are purged from the energies in your home, from the furniture, from the walls, from your belongings, and set an intention for new energies to be welcomed in. So with this full moon on Saturday, on the 31st, which is also Halloween, it's a very good opportunity for us to tap into the energies of our ancestors, because they say the veil is very thin between this world and the others. So you may receive visitations or messages from departed loved ones and or ancestors going way back. But your ancestors are you, so we can see it as past lives, who you have been in other lifetimes. So you may have a vision of a previous life, who you were then, who was around you then, who's with you now in this lifetime, who was perhaps with you in that other lifetime. And another thing I received from little Sirius there, not only is the veil thin enough for us to contact departed loved ones and ancestors, it's also a great opportunity for us to connect with our galactic family and friends, etc. And to feel that we have, they're saying, a lifeline in all directions, or many lives' time, in all directions, and how we can tap into those energies and ask for assistance and say, can you please show me how I get out of this situation? What is my best and highest way of doing that so it doesn't harm anybody? And how I can place my foot upon the new path, even though I'm not exactly sure where it's going to lead me. But there is an excitement, there's an anticipation and a feeling of things have got to be better than they have been. Oh, and another thing Sirius told me, he said, there are many, many, many of us, meaning from Sirius, their constellation, many of us on the planet. So if you consider how many cats and dogs are in people's homes as their pets, then you get an idea of how much we are loved by energies outside, apparently outside of us, so from our galactic families. I know in my family we've had dogs and cats year after year after year, and they've lived a very long time. A lot of them, dogs 17 years, as I say, my cat was 21 years. And they love us so much, they want to be with us and around us and give of their love and their energy and their ability to receive and transmit. And yes, I know that an awful lot of dogs and cats and other animals are not very well treated, but they still keep coming. They still keep arriving on the planet. They still keep showing up with this extraordinary unconditional love. And they spend a short time with us, and then they leave their little bodies, and then they come back again in another little body. And it's just this continuous energy of unconditional love from these galactic sources, which are part of us anyway. And they've said to me, these two little fluffy beings, that Sirius and Lyra are points of origin for me. So I've had lifetimes there. But that's not the only place I have come from, or we have come from. It's just an aspect of who I am and who they are. And we met up again, me in a human vehicle and them in a kitten vehicle. And so as they grow, and as we progress, and as we evolve in our loving friendship with each other, more and more information can come through, more messages can come through. And I think it's just a very sweet, delightful progression for me, because I'm aware of certain helpers and guides and angels and masters, etc., that I've had throughout my life, and some have stayed and some have visited and some have left. And it's just having an open mind, a broader perspective. When we call out there, I mean, there is a saying in the good book, many are called but few are chosen. And there's another translation of that, many are called but few choose to step onto the path. And there are many that don't choose to step onto the path, and those are the ones who are asleep at the moment, and we can't force people to wake up. It's an impossibility, and that is their destiny, their choice, however they wish to live their lives. When we awaken, we might want to tell everybody about and ring the bell and wake people up and say, hey, listen to this, listen to that. And then people will poo-poo us, ridicule, humiliation, shoot you down in flames. many, many times, and probably still will. In my family, I'm known as Mad Amanda. And I've shut the door many times and I've hidden it away many times, but it's come back and knocked gently and said, we're still here, we're still here, we still love you, we still support you. Even if others around you think you're completely bonkers, we don't think so. We know who you are, you know who you are. And that's what people are waking up to now. And I was very delighted. Yesterday I had a message from a young girl who only in the last 3 months or so had woken up and started meditating and had some extraordinary things happen to her in a very short space of time. And we had an hour and a half or so chat on the phone, and I was so overjoyed to be able to share some of my experiences and some of my knowledge with her. But the one thing I did point out, I said, this is not my job to fix you. You have to do the work. Excuse me. And when you're on this journey, it's about learning to be discerning. Yes, you can see all sorts of stuff on YouTube and watch a video on meditation and spiritual this, that and the other. But if it doesn't resonate with you, discard it. Don't believe everything that you see and you hear. It's what you feel that's the most important thing. What you feel in your heart that resonates with you. Don't take somebody else's word for gospel. Don't believe everything you read or you hear or you see. Just allow that inner knowing to surface. And you could put a question to your inner knowing and say, is this the truth? Is this real? Is this for my highest good? And you'll get a reply in some shape or form. It will show up. And this lady I spoke to yesterday, she had put out a request to the universe, show me, am I on the right path? And she received a letter out of the blue. Her name wasn't on it. It was written in fountain pen. It wasn't signed. It was just from a stranger telling her how amazing and wonderful she was. There was no reply address. It just landed on her doormat. This extraordinary message from a stranger giving her confirmation, really, of what it was she asked about. And so these things do happen. We do get answers. We do get, and the universe loves to play. The universe loves to tease us in a way. And those of us who don't listen or don't want to look at things, it'll come right up into your face at times. And I had a very similar experience some years ago. I had a message from a lady who said she would like a a painting of a spirit guide for me to do a painting for her. And I said, oh, how did you hear about me? She said, I was meditating and your name popped into my head. And I thought, good heavens. So she searched for me and she found me. And I thought, wow, isn't that incredible? And the other incredible thing was I used to live around the corner from her, sort of 15 years beforehand. So time doesn't exist. It's only on planet Earth that it's a sort of a construct of illusion. And when something is ready to arrive in your life, it will arrive. No matter how much you might get frustrated and want things to show up, they arrive when they're meant to arrive. Nothing will pass you by that isn't meant for you. And so if you have any requests to the universe and some burning questions you would like answered, put it out there and see what shows up. So with this sort of dual energies of Halloween, All Hallows Eve, and a full moon in Taurus, conjunct the planet Uranus, exactly. This is big, big, big energy. So on a personal level, it can be allowing those things that are holy, H-O-L-Y and W-H-O-L-L-Y, Hole, always back again, to appear in your life. Yes, darling, we're talking about you. Yes, we are. You're going to say hello to the people. And also with a full moon, it's always about illumination, being able to see things more clearly than we ever have done before. And as it's in the sign of Taurus, this is earthing energy, bringing things, so beautiful, bringing things down to earth, grounding things. So with Uranus in the mix, Uranus is the sky god. It's shocking stuff. It's things coming out of the blue. It's the rug being pulled from underneath us. So some of us during this time of being stuck at home may have become complacent with certain things, believing everything that you've seen broadcast to you from the MSM, as it's called. So you might get your socks shocked off in and around this weekend. Realizations, revelations, seeing things in a totally different light. You may have a 180-degree change of mind about certain people, certain situations, certain things being spouted by others around you, and, as I say, on the mainstream media. I haven't watched the TV at all this year, and I don't read newspapers, because I found that the energies of those mainstream media outlets are of a lower resonance, a lower vibration to me. And I see what it does to people around me, that they are in fear, they are in doom and gloom mode. They're miserable, and I refuse to join people in their misery. So put your I'm just being reminded of when, I don't know, they probably still do have CB radios on the big trucks out in America, and there was a song some years ago about trucking, and there was one bit in it which says, have you got your ears on? Come on, have you got your ears on? Meaning, are you listening? So whoever was broadcasting, as they were trucking along convoy, that was it, the song about the convoy. And that they were passing information to each other via Citizens Band, CB radio, that other people couldn't pick up on, so the police couldn't pick up on it, or other people outside of it. So they were warning each other or informing each other about what was up ahead or what was behind. And in a way it was a guardianship, a protection of other people on the road. So I'm hearing that there's a galactic CB radio or transmission coming through for us. Have you got your ears on? Come on, you've got your ears on. Pay attention. Listen to what is being said, and also listen to what is being shared through this alternative medium. And to a convoy is a group, maybe all heading in various different directions, but they're all connected through the ethers, with this way of transmitting and receiving information to protect us, to guide us, to warn us, to give you a heads up. There's something up ahead. You might need to turn off. You might need to take another turning, or not necessarily do a U-turn, but just to be aware. Be aware of what is up ahead. If it's a roadblock, because we're all on a different trajectory, we're all on a new road, a new pathway, and certain people of a lower energy, a lower vibration, may try to divert us, shine some bright lights in our eyes, which some people might think, oh, it's all bright and shiny, isn't it lovely? And actually, that bright shiny light is not what it appears to be. So to be discerning. Have your ears on. Have your ears on. Come on. So there you are, my lovelies. Those are messages from the beautiful Sirius. He will bring some more, but he's gone off for another snooze now, or to wake his sister up and climb up the curtains again. So thank you for joining me. If you'd like to like and comment, that would be lovely. I'd love to get some feedback from you all. And to subscribe, and then we can share more of these messages. More people get to hear all the bonkers stuff that seems to be wanted to be shared with you. I'm enjoying every single moment of this new relationship with these little fluffy beings who are very, very powerful, sovereign, divine beings of golden white light in little fluffy bodies. So thank you for watching. Love you lots. We'll see you again soon. Bye. This is a PS just before we go. Here's the two of them. Look, here's the two of them. Little snuggly wugglies. Purring away to you. Yeah. They've got a lot to say, but it's very tiring, so they're going to have a little snooze now. So we'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Happy Halloween. Bye. Happy Halloween. All Hallows Eve. If you'd like a copy of this painting as a print or a greeting card, the details are in the box below. Thanks for watching. Bye.